What's up, my people? Thank you for checking out the channel. I'm so sorry I got late today. Had a couple of things that I needed to get done, and on top of that, my microphone cable broke, so I was fixing that. But we are here. Better late than never, right? And it is the weekend again. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. This is your host, SG. This is Chill Out Records, and today we're going to be talking about the track called Leaving. So the beat that you just heard right now was the instrumental for the track. So I'm going to play the track right now, and you guys check out what it sounds like.
This is for my homeboy, Speedy G. A little shout out. We're just hanging around, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna make some few comments, and then I'll play the whole track towards the end. That was Zane. Now Zane was a very talented dude. Okay, I worked with this guy for a couple of years. The guy used to be on and off, very inconsistent dude. Fucking talented. The guy had so much talent, but the problem was consistency. Now, if he was consistent with the work that he was doing, man, this guy could have really made it. I saw some of the stuff that he was working on, and this was way ahead of its time because he had access to MacBooks back in Kenya when I was with him. And this was 2015, 2014, even before that, actually. And he had access to MacBooks, and he was working with Photoshop, and he was doing some amazing artwork. And he also got into video editing as well. And I used to work together with him. So he used to do some of the album arts that I had for the other tracks that I did. He also wanted to do a music video with me. And I told the guy, like, you need to be consistent because he's got so much talent. And I just felt like he's just throwing it to waste because it wasn't like he was consistent with what he was doing. It was so pissing off because I used to see some of his work, and he went ahead and posted it on a website. I can't remember what the website is, and I'm pretty sure it's even taken down because he's not consistent with what he does. It's like he starts a project and then he'll just leave it halfway and then just work on something else, and it's like, where are you going, man? So anyway, so on that day when I was recording this, when I was actually mastering this song, he dropped by the studio and he was like, "Yo, that sounds really dope, man." And let me just give a quick shout out on the song. And so I was like, yeah, sure. Just say something in the beginning. And so if you hear the background, it's like this feeling of high school. So you can hear the kids playing in the background. It's pretty cool. Let me play it again.
Yo, what up? This is for my homeboy, Speedy G. A little shout out. We're just hanging around, you know what I'm saying? He never had a social life, so everybody dissed him and it pissed him.
Okay. Before we go into the track, man, this I just love the beat. I don't know how I came up with this, and then this whole reverbed vocals of me saying "life, life, life." Man, it just came out so well. I really liked it, and yeah, then I just stuck with it, and it just came out. So it was such a chilled out beat, and I thought, what better way to rap about your high school days and how you'd have absolutely nothing to do because you didn't have a care in the world, isn't it? I believe my high school was more like it was such a phase in my life where I had no responsibilities. I, if I can think back of the days that I was in high school, I had no responsibilities whatsoever. I was just chilled. And I really missed those days. I felt like this beat really portrayed that because it just made you feel like every day was a Sunday. Every day you had no responsibilities, not a care in the world. You just sit back, enjoy the breeze, watch the pretty ladies on the field. That was all it. That was it. And we used to have this small corner. My classmates and I we used to go all the way to the back of the field, and we would sit there during our break or lunch, and we would call it the jobless corner. And we would just sit there and we would chew these sunflower seeds, and that's it. We'd just be chilling there and doing absolute and talking shit. Oh, this person did that. That person did this. Did you see what that lecturer did? That was it. That was the life. I had no care in the world about bills. The only problem that we had, well, if I even told you the problems, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's not even a problem. The problems that we had were, oh, the principal's here, or the lecturer's there, or you're getting late for class, and, oh, I'm broke. I want to buy something. I don't have lunch money, and how am I gonna hustle to make some lunch money? How am I gonna con someone in class or something like that? So those were the kind of problems that we had, and we used to sit in that jobless corner just doing absolutely jack shit, and it used to be amazing. And so that's what this song really captured. The other thing is, I said leaving, but then initially it was supposed to be living. So I'm living that teenage life. But then I realized, actually, you know what? I'm leaving it. So yeah, let me talk about how I'm leaving it, because it's like, yes, I've lived it. This is what has happened. Now I'm leaving it. So I'm transitioning out of that whole phase of my life where I need to stop being irresponsible and stupid and need to start taking responsibility and yeah, so basically that's what that was. And so yeah, it was a bit about like, is it leaving or living? Like mentally, yes, I'm still living mentally, but obviously physically, as you can see, not a teenager anymore. So you're moving out of that part of your life, and you're now transitioning into being an adult, and you got to stop thinking about these mediocre, stupid shit like, oh, someone's wearing baggy pants, or some of the high school teachers worried about you being late for class, or some stupid shit like that. So yeah, that's basically what the song was about. And I think it fit perfectly with this beat because the beat was so laid back and chilled and relaxed. This was the kind of a beat that you could just play on a Sunday, and you're just driving around, or just laid back in the back of the garden, having some soda or whatever, just having a barbecue with your friend and just playing this beat. Oh, I think this would just be perfect. So that's what I kind of like portrayed. Obviously, in some sections of the song, I was talking about having beef with the principal. Obviously, there was one other thing. Yeah, skateboarding, and yeah, I did mention about. I did talk about skateboarding and how skateboarding really wasn't allowed in high school, because the high school that I was in, I used to skateboard during lunch breaks, and so they would just be like, "No, you're not allowed to do this anymore. You're damaging the school property. You're not supposed to be skateboarding here." And they just confiscated my skateboard, and that's a story for another day, which I'll talk about. But yeah, so that's what the song's about. So let's check it out. What else did I talk about? I talked about a couple of beefs with a few people that I used to skate with. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. And what else did I say? What else did I say? All right, let's hear the beat. Let's hear the song, and then I'll I'll give you a breakdown of what I was thinking when I wrote a couple of these lines. And let me share my screen so we can get this song started. All right, let me mute myself first. I used to.
Yo, what up, what up? This is for my homeboy, Speedy G. A little shout out. We're just hanging around, you know what I'm saying? He never had a social life, so everybody dissed him and it pissed him.
Okay. I used to hate the fucking principal. He thought he was invincible. To him I wasn't invisible, letting us go unpunished. That question wasn't dismissible. Damn, is this true? Yes, it was his mission to make us listen to whatever he said and make us miserable. It was his objective to make my high school life like a prison break season 2. And as he walked around and checked that everything was in order, the fat old man looked like a Mexican that had jumped the freaking border. Now was a teenage skateboarder, the freeloader, dressing in baggy pants and asking ladies for a free soda. Oh shit, there he is, you better hide. And you spit out whatever you ate, but it was too late to skate away to a new place. You dirty bastard, I'm going to fuck you up, you wait. He was bound to make my life a living hell. Today, I guess he lost his temper, and after that he never found it. It's time to face the music, so get the dough by surrounded. Damn, I'm living that teenage life. I'm living that teenage life. I'm living that teenage life. I'm living that teenage
Thank God the track's over.
Nah, I'm tryna work here, cause this music is in my blood. So call me infected, huh? This music is my love. I do this for the ears, no wonder my love is blind. Doing this for many years, persistence, me I remind people tryna get me signed. Maybe I'll see about burning the midnight oil, cause I never pay KPLC. I'm broke as hell, which means the devil's richer. I'm still trying to get a girlfriend, except never sister. They say a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. If I had a bird in my hand, I'd stick my dick in her bush. And this is just a simple tale to understand. I never plan to fail, but sometimes I just fail to plan. Living the teenage life of whatever a skater could afford. So don't be hard on yourself, that's what the haters are for. Damn, I'm living that teenage life. I'm living that teenage life. Don't be hard on yourself. That's what the haters are for. You're always gonna have haters. Haters are always gonna be there to pull you down and be like, oh, why are you doing this? You know, you kind of sound wacky and shitty. Yeah. I'm living that teenage life. I'm living that teenage life. Yeah. Yeah. Man, that was just some crazy shit. Yeah, so about burning the midnight oil because I never pay. Yeah, people trying to get me signed, and maybe I'll see about burning the midnight oil because I never pay KPLC. Man, electricity is so freaking expensive in Kenya. And I was talking about this with someone. I can't remember who exactly, but it doesn't make sense. First of all, KPLC is such a monopoly in Kenya. Such a monopoly. Like, they have all the power. They have all the power over the citizens, right? They can just wake up one morning and say, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm not going to give you guys electricity. And what you going to do? You can't do jack shit, because who else are you going to go to, right? And the worst part of it all is it's not even their electricity. They're just reselling it back to you guys. It's like KPLC are the middleman. That's the middleman. That's how messed up it is. And I think people need to realize and wake up. First of all, you're living in a country where it's 24/7, 365 days, it's summer. You guys need to get off the grid. Just get off the grid and freaking connect like solar panels and shit. And just get off the grid completely, because these guys are charging you taxes, excise duties, all these fluctuating rates because of the oil prices. It's madness. It's fucking madness. They've been there for generations. Like KPLC has been there from the time that I was born. And these guys have still not figured out how to give you sustainable, renewable energy in a cost effective way. It's just madness. It's fucking madness, man. And then on top of that, it's like, how are they even able to get competitors? Because these guys, I feel like, are just kicking out all competitors that just try and, there was a company that I was working for called Bbox, right? And what Bbox used to do, well, they're still doing it right now, is they're trying to provide renewable energy through solar panels and battery packs. And I worked with them for like 6 months, and they were an okay company. It's the only problem was that the management sucked. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. But the main thing was, it's like even they were trying to like really squeeze a lot of money out of the people, and they had these solar panel battery packs that were connected to your phone via Bluetooth, and they were able to measure how much electricity you're using through the solar panels or something, and then they were able to charge you accordingly. But even that model didn't really work because some people kind of like bypassed that shit somehow. You know how people are in Kenya. You get a product, you'll break it up, you'll open it up, and figure out a way to like hack it. And it's the same thing with KPLC. Some people can't afford to pay these exorbitant prices, and what they end up doing, especially in apartment systems, because I've lived there and I know what's going on, is like in apartment systems, what your neighbor will do is literally just steal power off your line. It happened to me once. I was living in an apartment. I can't remember. It was Madaraka or something. And I went down and I was wondering, why the freaking hell are my tokens like finishing so quickly? Like, I just bought tokens the other day. The electricity is just, that meter is running like a freaking speedometer or something. Like, it's just, phew. I was like, what the freaking hell is going on? So I went down and I checked. I opened the main circuit board box thing, whatever it is, and then I opened it and I saw like my neighbor had literally illegally just connected their wires into my meter, and they were like draining like power out of my meter. And I'm freaking serious, and this is what's going on. And when I confronted them, and when the KPLC technician came through and he saw that and he told me that, it was like. And he just acted like it was a casual thing, like, yeah, this is what normally happens, and yeah, it kind of makes sense why the electricity just completely drops out when it starts raining, because of all these illegal connections. People are just tapping in their wires all over the place, trying to steal a little bit of juice because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay these exorbitant prices that KPLC, you guys, I don't know, man. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about that, but yeah, I was like, let me just mention it there. Still trying to get a girlfriend except Neville's sister. Neville, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry for the beef that we had. It was kind of, when I think about it today, it was such a stupid argument, and it was such a stupid thing that we fought about. And when I think about it, it's like we were both broke, okay? We were both broke. Some lady brought in some skateboard parts from abroad for the first time. We're getting free shit, and we were fighting over it. Of course, we were going to fight over it. We've never seen this equipment in a while. It's very difficult to get it in Kenya. And we finally got it. This lady brought it in from the US. We fought about it. Oh, I wanted this and he wanted that. It was so stupid. Yeah. And then I ended up, having this line like, I'll date any girlfriend. I'm still trying to get a girlfriend except Neville's sister. Well, technically, he didn't even have a sister. When I found out later on after I already made the song. So, oh well, it's fine. And yeah, what else was I talking about? Yeah, my love is blind because it's music. I'm doing this for many years. Yeah, I have been doing this for many years. It's all about being consistent and passionate about what you love doing. This is just one of those things where I told you guys from day one. It's just Music has always been something that has just made me feel like I have some sort of meaning or purpose in life. And it also gets me through depression, stress, because life is a bitch. You just have to date her well, and that's all I can say about that. Yeah, I was a teenage skateboarder freeloader. Of course, I was wearing baggy pants and asking ladies for a free soda. Oh yeah, I did a lot of that. I don't know. I think I was kind of lucky. I'm just grateful that when I was younger in my teenage years, I looked relatively good. Like I got a couple of ladies hitting on me, and I felt really good about it. And I kind of took advantage of the situation, and told them like, hey, why don't you buy me a free soda? So it was good. It was good. I can't play that card anymore. I'm a grown ass man now. I gotta fucking pay for my own shit. What else was I talking about? Yeah, then the principal was acting like Prison Break season 2. Man, I found out about Prison Break pretty late, but it was a really cool series. If you guys haven't watched Prison Break, it's a pretty old series, but man, that was a really cool series. So it made me feel like high school was like that because it's like you're always trying to escape from the principals or the teachers and all these kind of prefects and shit. They make you feel like this is a prison. So yeah, that's what it was all about. What else? What else? Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I mean, this song was a pretty chilled out song. There's not really much that I can say about it. He never had a social life, and everybody dissed him because yeah, exactly. I told Zayn to say that line because it was kind of true. Because even in high school, I had a very small circle of friends that I'd hang out with, and then I did that. I did the same thing when I was at work, and I did the same thing when I was skateboarding. I did the same thing when I was doing music. It's like I have this habit of making a very small circle of friends or people that I just have a good connection with, and then I just leave it at that. I don't go out there and start broadening and expanding, and which is something that I really need to work on. And I think that's, well, hopefully this channel will help me. This will be the gateway to get me there at some point. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, that's about it, I guess. So once again, sorry guys, I got delayed because I was working on the freaking cable for this microphone. I don't know what happened. And we're now actually, technically speaking, daylight savings. So we're now 2 hours behind Kenya. So that means right now it's like 1:46. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, tomorrow we're gonna be talking about Kenyan Inside, which another song. So that's going to be the 6th song, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Hold on a second. That should be track 6. Yes. So track 6 is Kenyan Inside, and this is featured with Cassie. Cassie, man, this guy killed it. I think this was the first. Was this the first track that we did together? No, there was a couple of tracks that we did before this. But when I told him that this is going to go into an album, because by this time, by the 6th track, I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be an album. And so I told him, yo, bro, you got to come through for this one, man. And he really killed it for this, with that song. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Once again, thank you guys for checking out the channel. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I know you guys are busy, blah, de, blah. There was one other thing that I wanted to talk about, which was this dude here. I don't know if I should freaking talk about it. I mean, it's kind of relevant because I was just browsing YouTube like we all do. We get into this wormhole of the internet and we browse shit. And I was watching this video. Now, these guys are having like an interrogation or something. Like they're questioning this huge CEO. Okay, this is a CEO of a very big company, P&O Ferries here in the UK. Okay, this guy owns a multi-billion pound company, and he does shipping between Ireland and the UK. Okay, and he owns this massive company, and he's hired millions of employees. And recently, he just fired 800 employees, just like that, with some stupid reason saying, oh, they're restructuring the company or some stupid shit like that. And they had to let go of 800 employees. That was the first thing, okay? And so it raised the question, like it raised eyebrows in the government. So the government were like, so that's what this whole deposition or whatever this is, questions they're asking this guy, like this CEO, like, okay, it's not this guy, but it's actually, where's the guy? It's this guy here. This is the CEO of P&O Ferries, and 800 employees. He just let them go. That was number one. That was the first warning signal. Like, what the freaking hell is this guy doing? Number two, they found out that this dude was paying his employees £5.50 per hour. £5.50. £5.50. I'm telling you guys, slavery is not over. Slavery is not over. I understand people in Kenya and all these other countries, people are having, it's really tough. It's really difficult to, get a job, and like the economy is really shit. But I'm telling you, like slavery and all of this inequality and discrimination, it's everywhere. Whether if it's first world here in the UK or back there in Kenya, it's the same thing, man. It's just that here it's done on a larger scale, and these guys are freaking smart. So this dude, he let go of 800 employees, and he was paying, and the new people that are going to come in now to replace the 800 that he's just let go, he's going to be paying them £5.50 an hour. That's 500 shillings an hour. So, and the cost of living here in the UK is really expensive. So I was actually doing the math, right? So let's do this. Check this out. So let's talk about the employees that he's. We're gonna just quickly talk about it, and then we'll call it a day. So £5.50, right? And he's paying that per employee per hour. So if you work an 8-hour shift, right, that's 44 pounds for the day, and then you multiply that by 5 for the week, and then you multiply that by 4 for the month, right? That's £800 a month, right? £800 gross. That's not net. Shit. Rent, I know in the UK, I can't think of a place where you'd pay rent anything less than 500, 600, or 400 pounds a month. So like it's like half your salary, or 3/4. Maybe if you're sharing or whatever, you'd pay maybe 300 or 200 pounds. 200 pounds a month somewhere in you might be just living in a small cell. That's what this guy is paying. Now, these are the essential workers that are helping with the shipping and the offloading and unloading of these massive crates in and out the ferries and all that kind of stuff. And he's paying them £5.50 an hour. And here's the fucked up thing. Get ready. Listen to this part. Because they asked him, what's your salary? Okay, what's your salary? This is the CEO. Just check this out.
Will you accept it or reject it?
I don't know the answer to that. If we manage to say
Value of P&O
Motherfucker, piece of shit. Okay.
What's your salary, Mr. Hepplethwaite?
my salary is a basic salary of £325,000.
You have access to a performance-related
300. Did you guys hear that? I think it's a bit low, but let me just play that again. I know it's a bit low. Let me play it again. Hold on.
£25,000.
What's your salary, Mr. Hepplethwaite?
My salary is a basic salary of £320,000.
Notice how he says basic salary. Freaking hell.
You have access
£325,000. Freaking hell. 325,000. That's per annum, obviously. So 325. Wait, what the hell? Oh, my num lock is off. 325, 1, 2, 3 times 150. That's 48 million a year. That's gross. 48 million a year. And then you just divide that by 12. That's 4 million a month. 4 million in a month gross. So let's say net would be 3 million. Imagine 3 million. This piece of shit is making 3 million. Okay, anyway, I just loved the questioning. So this is the point I was trying to make was when CEOs of large corporations do this here in the UK, the cool thing about the government and what they do is they interrogate, they ask questions. Why? You're making this much, you're paying out this much. Why? Right? Why are you doing that? There's a national minimum wage that you're supposed to pay. I just love the questioning. Like you just hear.
Access to a performance-related bonus.
I have access to 2 performance-related bonus.
So he has access to 2 performance-related bonuses. So in a year, he'll get 2 bonuses on top of that 4 million or 3 million he's making a month.
A short-term incentive plan and a long-term incentive plan.
Do you think you've increased or decreased the value of P&O Fair Eats by your actions?
I think that P&O was otherwise going to close and didn't have a future.
And so if you're...
Oh, he didn't give a valid reason as to why the company is going to break down I just felt like, yeah, you know, I don't think it's going to work out, so I had to let the guys go. No valid reason whatsoever. Imagine these are people. Imagine you are working for this guy, and then he just wakes up one day and says, the company's not working anymore. We'll have to just shut it down. Imagine you've got a mortgage. Imagine you've got a new baby. How are you going to pay your bills? And now you need to start job hunting. And these are the people who are making 4 million, 3 million Kenya shillings a month, 14 grand, 14,000 pounds a month. He's just going to start another company. I mean, with that kind of money, he can just hire new people, just start a new company. Like, man, it's messed up. It's messed up.
Employers are, might I suggest, mad enough to offer you a performance-related bonus. Will you accept it or reject it?
That is, I can't tell you how far that is from my
As a
thoughts.
point of principle, will you accept it or reject it?
Oh, did you understand what that meant? Okay, let me break it down. Check this out, right? So he's asking.
To offer you a performance-related bonus. Will you accept it or reject it?
Was otherwise going to close and didn't have a future.
And so if your employers are, might I suggest, mad enough to offer you a performance-related bonus, will you accept it or reject it?
That is, I can't tell you how far that is from my
As a
thoughts.
point of principle, will you accept it or reject it?
This motherfucker can't even say no, I'm not going to accept a bonus after letting go of the 800 employees I just fired. So, fuck, just look at how fucked up this is. He's asked a point blank simple question. You are the CEO, you've let go of 800 employees. Now, 800 employees, let's do the math here, okay? Let's do the math of how much money that is, of salaries that he's not going to pay, right? So we calculated 880 per person per month, right? Now multiply that by 800, right? Let's multiply that by 800 per month. That is 700,000 pounds per month. Now, he's not going to pay out, the company's not going to pay out 700,000 pounds. And so he's asking him, now that you've let go of 800 employees, are you going to accept the bonus that you're going to get after letting go of these employees? And this piece of shit can't even say no. It's a point blank simple question.
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know the answer to that. What? Oh man, the world that we're living in. There is greed out here, guys. Whew, there is greed out here, man. You guys need to wake the fuck up, man. These guys are, man, CEOs of large corporations are controlling the world. Honestly, just, man, we need to wake up.
It's to save the company.
It's a decision for you. If I'm offering you a performance-related bonus and you've just sacked 800 people, will you, as a point of principle, say, I'm not going to take that?
I don't know the answer to that.
You don't
I've
know the
got to be honest.
I don't know the answer to motherfuck, man. If I was there, just you don't know, right? All right, I'll show you what. No,
I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on saving the business and getting the 800 seafarers new jobs.
Right. Lots of other businesses in trouble follow perfectly legal routes, but you seem to be...
There was
having
another
route-
point that this guy made. I don't know what his name was, but he was just asking him point blank questions. Check this
And our
out.
competitors.
Could you live on it, Mr. Heatherthwaite, £5.50 now? Could you sustain your lifestyle on £5.50?
Oh yeah, hold on.
On top of that, there is a pension contribution, there is food and accommodation.
Pension contribution? That's below the national minimum wage of this country. How do you reconcile that?
Where we are governed by national minimum wage, we will absolutely pay national minimum wage. This is international.
So he still wants to pay national minimum wage, piece of shit, motherfucker. And you're making £325,000 per annum. You're making 14 grand, 14,000 pounds per month, man. What are you doing with all that money?
Model that is consistent with models throughout the globe and our competitors.
Could you live on it, Mr. Heatherthwaite, £5.50 now? Could you sustain your lifestyle on £5.50?
Yeah, that was a fantastic question. I don't know who this dude is, but he just asked him point blank, can you live on £5.50? And I think this is what needs to happen in Kenya with these people, these leaders. Someone needs to sit down and be like, okay, how much are you making, Mr. Raila Odinga or whoever it is, right? Be like, can you live on 100 shillings a day? Like this guy who's living in the freaking farm. Can you live on 100 shillings a day? That's what this guy's asking this massive CEO.
Peter, now. No, you couldn't, could you?
Yeah,
Why
he
do
couldn't.
you
He
expect
couldn't live. He can't live on £5.50.
people who've got such responsible jobs to be able to do that? How do you expect them to be able to feed their families and pay their bills at £5.50 an hour?
So there's a couple of very, very important points here.
Yes,
one
one's
is
called
that
gas, one's called electric. Those are the important points.
Your key workers. Imagine you're running so he's running ferries and import export, right? The key functionality of his company is the loading and the unloading of the ferries. And so you hire people to do the main core function of the company, and you pay them below minimum wage. Guys, slavery is here. It hasn't left. It hasn't left, guys. Wake the fuck up. Get off your TikTok. Because it's here. Anyway, okay, enough about this depressing shit. So tomorrow, we will be talking about the Kenyan Inside song featuring Cassie. And I hope to see you guys. I will be on time. I promise, okay? I will be on time. All right. All right, that's a wrap, guys. Fantastic. Thank you guys for checking out the channel, whoever's there, if you're still there. I really do appreciate all the support and hit the like button if you can. And yeah, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic Saturday. And yeah, that's it.